Okay, for Sourcehead Movie Club, I'm going to review Joss Whedon's Serenity. So I'm obviously a die-hard browncoat, so I'm approaching this movie from a completely biased perspective. Serenity to me represents a triumph of the fandom. It was on for a very short time and was canceled out of the gate, and then due to strong DVD sales and lots of fan support, they greenlit a movie to continue the story and tie up some of the loose ends, not all of them. The hope was that we would get some sequels, but that didn't end up happening. Nonetheless, we did the impossible. Now, it's not an ideal way to make a movie or to tell a story in general, to have to jump from one format to another just to say what happens next. You have to follow a show that not everyone saw with a movie that has to appeal to people whether they saw the show or not. Now, when I watched this, since I saw the show first, I noticed a lot more the large amounts of exposition throughout the film to get people up to speed. Most of that is in the first half hour, so if you're new, that's when you gotta pay attention. So on that note, there's the question of whether you should watch the show first before seeing the movie. Now, I take it for granted because I did see the show first. I think the movie is comprehensible if you jump in. You can certainly watch the movie and then go back and watch the show and watch the movie again. But, either way, if you're going to watch a show, don't think of it as prep work for the movie. Think of it all as one big package, 14 episodes and a movie. Yay. Now, in my experience, I tried to show my parents the series, and they got bored after 4 episodes. And then I showed them the movie, and they went back and watched the rest of the show all by themselves. I didn't even have to shove it in their faces anymore. So, yeah, that worked. So the movie is comprehensible, but watching other reviews, a lot of people were kind of confused who hadn't seen the show. So, whatever, watch the show. Or watch the show after. Yeah. Now, a bit of a spoiler alert, I think the movie lives and dies on that big second act twist where we discover where the Reavers really came from. I think that, whether you're new or a long-time fan, that is really what makes the movie and what makes a lot of it worthwhile. Of course, you got a great cast and great writing and great performances. You got a great bad guy in Chiwetel Ejiofor. But that scene, oh my gosh, it's so good. Now, I like how early in the movie there's that scene between Jane and Kaylee where they're discussing the Reavers, and they plant that seed where they're talk about how, that urban legend about how the Reavers came to be doesn't really make sense. What, they made it to the edge of space and went crazy? Well, what is the edge of space? Isn't that just space? One thing I look for in repeat viewings is how these story points would kind of be broken up over several episodes. If you watch the show, you know that a lot of times they will acquire some kind of cargo in one episode, and then in the next episode they'll be offloading it. So you figure they would rob the vault and maybe have a fight with the Reavers in one episode, and then the next episode would open with them meeting with the twins. And that's when, River would get the trigger. But yeah, man, I've seen this movie so many times I didn't even have to rewatch it for this review. So yeah, of course, love Firefly, love Serenity, love Joss Whedon, and yeah, good movie. So tell me what you thought of the movie. Have you seen the show? If not, did this movie make any sense to you at all? But anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'll be in my bunk.